Alright, so tonight's lesson is lesson 115, and we are doing area. This is the second part, part 2, and it's going to be a little bit different than just finding the normal area, length times width of a rectangle or of a square. What we have are shapes that are not all the way one full shape, so we're going to have to section them off, find the area of one shape, find the area of the second shape, and then add them together to get our total area. If you think about it, not all rooms are one big square. Sometimes they have a hallway. So picture these squares, I guess, as floor plans, and you have to lay down carpet. We're trying to find out how much area is there for how much carpet we will need. Okay, so we're going to try the first one first. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see the shape a little bit better. We're going to be working with this first one. So go ahead, try and draw it and then label it, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to write up here length times width equals area. Okay, just so you can remember, this is one that I would think we should have memorized by now, but just in case, I'm going to put that up there. Okay, so what we see here is a shape, and we can't just do length times width because that's not our whole shape. So what you really have to do is find 2 ways or sometimes 3 ways to divide your shape to make them into 2 different shapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of draw a line right here. And if you see, now I have 2 different rectangles. One right here, I'm going to call this 1, and one right here, I'm going to call this 2. Okay, I have 2 different rectangles. So now, to do this problem, I need to find the area of this shape, and then find the area of this shape, and then add them together. So, if we look here, length, 7 feet, times width, 5 feet, will give me all of this right here. Because I've drawn this line in the middle, this is 7 because this is 7. They're exactly the same height. This side is 5 feet, so this side is 5 feet. So I can multiply 7 by 5 to give me 35 square feet. And I'm going to put a 1 right here so you know this was side 1. So I have 35 square feet. I'm going to go over to side 2. 4 feet. If this is 4 feet right here, then this top one is 4 feet right here. If this is 3 feet, then this has to be 3 feet. So for 2, I'm going to multiply my length, 4 feet, times my width, 3 feet, to get 12 square feet. Now, if I want to know the total square feet in that whole shape right there, I'm going to have to add them together. So I'm going to add the area from number 1, and then I'm going to add it to area from number 2, to get 47 square feet. And that's how you will find the total square feet. Okay, we're going to try it for the second one. See if you can find first a good way to section off this shape. See if you can find, you could do it, I guess, 2 different ways. But go ahead and see if you can find a good way to section this off. Okay. You could do it across like this, right here, or you could do it like the one we did before, up and down. I'm going to do it, let's see here, I'll do it up and down for now because that's going to be the easiest way. Okay, kind of like we did before. I need to find my area of 1, then find my area of 2. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to write 1 equals 7 times 4 to give me everything that's inside here. 7 times 4, 28 square feet. I'm going to come over to my second one. 3, so this must be 3, and this is 4. 3 times 4, it's almost the same as the other one. 12 square feet. Alright, and now if I found the area inside of here, and I found the area inside of here, I have to add them together. 40 square feet. Alright, there was another way to do it, and if you did it going across this way, that would have also worked. So I'm just going to kind of draw a dotted line. How it would work is if you know that this right here, oh sorry, it's not square feet, it's meters. Sorry, change my label to meters. If you're going across right here, this is 3 meters, this is 4 meters, so you could add that together to know that this is 7 meters, and then this would have been 4. Also, it tells you it's 7 up here too. So there were 2 different ways you could section off that shape to find the area. Whichever way, if you look at it and find one way, think that that's easier, you can do it that way. Okay, so we're going to do number 3. So this is 6, 3, 4, 5, 10, and 8. As you can see, I feel like what we've been doing is kind of, if we see a smaller shape, we usually section that off away from the bigger shape. You know, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to do it this way. So this is going to be 1, and this is going to be 2. Okay. So I need to find my area of 1. So up here I see that this is 3 and this is 6. So my length is 6, my width is 3, so I'm going to find everything inside of here. So I'm going to do that. 6 times 3 is 18 square inches. Got my label right this time. Square inches. I'm going to come over here. Well, it says that this is 8. I could figure out what this side is by doing subtraction. 8 minus 3 to get 5. But if I look up here, it already tells me that this is 5. My width is 5 up here, and my length is 10 down here. So 2 would equal 5 times 10 to give you 50 square inches. Now you have to add them together, and we're adding them together because we found the area in 1, the area in 2. Now we have to add them together. 8, 5 plus 1, 6 square inches. 68 square inches, all in that shape. Alright, and go ahead and try the bottom 2. You will be doing these tomorrow in class. You'll have a whole worksheet of them. So make sure that you watch this video a few times to try and understand how you're going to section them off. And we will practice it tomorrow in class.